Welcome to the Villains Lounge.
We're recording now.
Yeah, welcome everybody to the Villains Lounge. I am 3 Counts resident supervillain, the Dark Lord, the Dark Goat himself, Damian Fatale, and here are my co-hosts. Hosts, something like that. All right, to my, is it my right or my left? My right, my left.
You're on my left.
I'm on your left. You're on my right. So on my right, we got Twitch Graves. And down below, the bastard, Christopher J. Idol with his.
Yeah. I am Damian's subordinate. He is my boss, and I do whatever he asks me to do.
If you guys only knew about my weekend. If you only knew about my weekend. But
Poor
before
boss.
we get into the news, like and subscribe on all our socials. X is 3count_pod. Everything else that we're on is 3count pod, one word. Look us up on the Infinite Plus Network. Buy our shit. You know this. You know the drill. But let's get into some news. So first story on the news is it looks like WWE is allowing Shayna Baszler to wrestle for GCW WrestleMania weekend.
This is
Interesting.
awesome.
That is
Excellent
very
decision.
It looks like Triple H is being a little bit more lenient.
Yeah. Oh, so the story was that Josh Barnett personally called Triple H an ass,
Okay.
and Triple H was like, "Sure, why not?" Which
That's
is awesome.
That's what's up.
That's
Yeah.
respectable.
That is pretty awesome. So, hey, look, now you know what to do, people. If you really want something, just call them up. Have a little chat with them. If you cool,
Reach
you
out.
cool. If not, don't make that call.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you have any concerns, just call Damian. Oh wait, we were
Whoa.
talking about Triple H.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
oops. Oh, sorry, wrong guy in charge.
Anyway, on to the next story. It looks as though Darby Alley, said Alley, Darbin. Oh God,
Darby Allin.
Darbin Alley.
Darby Allin. Wow, has been injured in his last match that he had that was supposed to write him off TV so he could climb Mount Everest, but it looks like he sustained a legit broken foot and he won't be climbing Everest this year. So, I mean, is this is this a sign that he shouldn't be doing it all?
This is a sign that he should, if he's going to do it, he needs to do it with more training.
You think this is a way of the universe saying, "Yo, bro, you're not ready just yet"?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
This isn't
I mean,
like you're going to climb like a skyscraper or anything like that. You're going to climb Mount Everest. People legitimately die doing this.
Yeah.
so
Ah.
I don't know I don't know if I feel like if this happened to me and I was thinking about doing that, I wouldn't be doing it at all. That'd be my sign. Like, okay, obviously this is not supposed to happen. I'm not gonna push this. I mean, maybe it's the Capricorn in me,
I
but
think
I
it's
wouldn't. I
definitely the
wouldn't.
Capricorn because I would take that as the same way. I was like, all right, I broke my foot doing something real because he didn't do anything crazy to break it, right? It was
No.
just one of those things that happens.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'd have took that as a sign I'm not meant to climb Everest.
Like
I'm
I
a
went through
Pisces. I didn't
glass.
even conceive
Yeah.
the idea.
I would say considering a week before I took a swanton like 15 feet out the air through a pane of glass on 6 chairs and I was fine.
Yes, I break my foot in a regular match, nothing too crazy, and
If
yeah,
that's
that's
not a sign, I don't know what is.
It's got to be because that was literally the last match he was scheduled for before he was gonna dip.
yep.
So that's a sign.
That's a no. But Darby, speedy recovery, my dude.
Indeed.
Hope all
Definitely.
is well. I mean, if you're gonna do it, dude, bro, do you? mad support regardless. But you're
I
crazy.
support it.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
crazy. But that's you. You're a crazy dude, and I respect that. That's the thing. I respect it. So, all right.
No doubt.
Moving on to some sad news. Alberto El Patron is wrestling again,
Oh, that is sad news.
and he looks horrible.
It's a dark day.
He looks bad, like Chris
Yeah.
Jericho bad.
It's like they're racing to see who can let themselves go the worst.
Right?
Yeah, he looks.
Because they're
Yeah,
close
he
in
looks. Yeah, he looks really bad. He
age.
looks really bad. I
It's
think if
sad
there was
because
any doubt over whether it was him or Soraya that was the problem in the relationship, I think that about confirms it.
What are you talking about? That situation with the lady that he had confirmed it.
That too.
You hear
That
all the
too.
bullshit
I'm
that
just
he did?
saying.
if it took all those situations for y'all to realize this man was legitimately a lunatic, then
Yeah.
y'all been living under a rock.
Well, it's like, okay, so it's like weird. Like, I don't know. He always did give off that aura that, like, he ain't shit. Like, for real, for real. But, like, then
Yeah.
that whole thing with Soraya that happened, and it's like, dang, yo, he made this chick crazy because of the crap that he was doing.
I mean,
And
I'm
then
Yeah.
not
that
he was crazy
other
beforehand,
story
but
with the kid and that chick
Yeah.
and the shit that he did to her, like,
Yeah.
yo,
that
come
is
on, dude, that
absolute.
is a whole different kind of special.
That is serial killer status.
And
Like,
then what? And who is it? Triple A is the one that's allowing him to wrestle, isn't it?
I believe so.
I believe so.
I'd have to double check that, but
All right. Well, that confirms everything I need to know about them.
Yeah, AAA, they're like the AEW / WCW of Mexico.
yeah.
Ah,
They're the ones that yeah, they'll do just about anything.
it seems like
Whereas
it.
CMLL is more traditional.
I like
That
seeing.
explains why
Well,
they don't like each other.
I mean,
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So does anybody got me a current list of the inductees? I think I got one right here too, as well, of the current inductees of the WWE 2024 Hall of Fame class, and it's looking pretty. It's looking pretty dope, actually.
Yeah, we got some
it's
great names. Paul Heyman, Bull Nakano, Thunderbolt Patterson, the US Express, Muhammad Ali. Um, did I miss anybody?
nope. That's it for
No, I
right now.
think that's it for now. I think there might be one
Okay.
more, possibly, maybe two.
Yeah, there's one more that's rumored, but it hasn't been announced.
Yeah, and we're not going to talk about it. Just let
No.
it happen if it happens. I don't want to. You know how I am. If it ain't true, I
Yeah,
ain't
yeah.
talking about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that ends the news for the week. I know I haven't been on for a while. A lot has happened since then. Lots of
Congrats on the promotion, by the way.
Yeah, congratulations.
uh yeah, I don't like y'all. Just to let you know, I don't like y'all. So, I think I missed. Did I miss Monday Night Raw's review, or did I do Monday Night Raw?
I don't know.
I
Maybe.
don't remember. This is like it's been such a like crazy time. But Monday Night Raw results were it's a really long show. I'm gonna try to get through this as like quick as possible. It looks like Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre opened up the show. Uh, Becky defeated Liv Morgan, uh, and then had a face to face with the women's world champion Rhea Ripley.
Weird.
Um, we got Lorray and Indy Hartwell who defeated Ivy Now and Maxine Dupree, and I believe Candice LeRae was a bit of a bitch during this and basically saying you can't wrestle,
Yeah.
go away.
Yo. That
I'm not
Candice
sure how I
LeRae
feel about
became my favorite woman's wrestler from that because of
on
that
that.
segment. Because it was so
It was
random, so out of nowhere, but like did exactly what they intended it to do.
It literally caught me so off guard. Like,
it
wait a minute,
did.
what's going on? Like,
It was
Yeah.
crazy.
She said it's a good thing your brother's dead so he can't see how big of a disappointment you are. I said, oh my God.
man,
I was like, that's low. He told you that in confidence.
Like, like
Oh,
what?
I was like that was crazy. Of course, we got a nice emotional charge interview segment with Cody Rhodes, as only Cody can do.
he cried.
It was fire. It was fire. It was fire. Then we got the Kabuki Warriors. They defeated Shayna Baszler and Zoe Starks to retain the championships. That's pretty dope. It looks like
Mhm,
that Damian Priest and R-Truth had a one-on-one with Priest going over. Poor R-Truth.
mhm.
Still a national treasure. And
Absolutely.
then the craziness of the gauntlet match. Personal challenge. Gunther at WrestleMania. And the winner ultimately was Sami Zayn. So it looks like Ricochet and JD McDonough started. Then
Mhm,
Ricochet beats JD, faces Big Bronson Reed.
mhm,
Reed beats him. Sammy comes out and he beats Big Bronson Reed. Then
mhm,
Nakamura comes out. Sammy beats
mhm.
Nakamura. Then
Yep,
him and Chad have a barn burner of a final two,
that they
with
did.
ultimately Sammy getting the victory. How nut! It was one of those things. Okay, so I ain't gonna lie. Like I was okay with either one of them winning, but I was still shocked that Chad didn't win. Like I
Same.
was so shocked.
Very
Good
much.
show, good emotionally charged show. Um, Loved it. It was great. I give it like 3.5, four axe handles altogether. Good
Not
shit.
bad.
Raw's getting better, getting a little bit more watchable.
Yeah.
So I guess that will take us to NXT, sir. What you got?
All right. NXT from March 12th. I'm going to review this much the same as Damian. We're just going to go through the matches, give the results, and yeah, let's take it from the top. So the LWO, consisting of Joaquin Wild and Cruz del Toro, defeated Out the Mud, Lucian Price and Bronco Nima, and they qualify for the tag title match at Stand and Deliver.
Okay.
So that was a pretty good tag match. Standard tag match. LWO, they're the High Flyers. They did their thing. Pretty good match. Next up, we had a grudge match between Lexus King and Mr. Stone. We're familiar with the story that they've been running, where Stone's been doing, I mean, not Stone, Lexus has been doing everything he can to get under Stone's skin, constantly calling him out on being a bad dad, et cetera, et cetera. Lexus got the win. Like the sleazy slime ball that he is, he'd make his daddy proud. Next up, we witnessed murder when Obafemi defended the NXT North American Championship against Brooks Jensen. Don't know why he accepted that match. He should have
Right?
just, took the night off. It would have hurt a
Nasty.
lot less. His Obafemi beat the dog piss out of him and retained his title, which I don't think anybody was surprised about.
Yo, dude, I don't know what it is about him. Since the first day I saw him, I'm like, oh my god, like why? Why?
Because so every
Why?
now and then in wrestling, somebody just shows up and you just look at them and you know that is not somebody you need to fuck
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Wow, I
And
didn't expect it.
Obafemi is that guy.
Very
Yeah,
much
he
so.
is. He's a
Yeah.
beast.
I'm not trying
Yeah.
to mess with him.
Next up, we had this match was hilarious. Ariana Grace versus Gigi Dolan.
Oh no.
And Ariana won by disqualification. And this is I'm pretty sure this is the first time this finish has ever happened. If not wrestling, definitely in WWE.
Okay.
Gigi low blowed Ariana.
Sold the shit out of it too.
And she did. She did. And I have never seen that. But it makes sense because hitting someone below the belt, automatic disqualification. It shouldn't matter whether it's a men's
Male or
match or
female.
a women's match. Yeah. But yeah.
So now Gigi gets a makeover, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Uh huh. So now
Uh,
she has to, yeah, because the stipulation was if Ariana won, Ariana would get to turn Gigi into a prim and proper girl,
Let's
more or less.
take it.
Yeah.
oh, this is gonna be great.
So we're gonna see how this plays out. This should be some entertaining TV.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
Yep. Next up, we had another tag match. We had Izzy Dame and Kiana James taking on Thea Hale and her surprise partner, Fallon Henley. For those that were unaware, Thea got herself in this situation with these women and had to find a tag partner because JC decided, nah, girl, I got things to do. I can't team with you. I got better things to do. So Thea had to find another partner.
Why they acted like I love Thea. I don't know what it is about the character that she's like. Okay, is it me or like it seems like she's just so uncomfortable being a real girl? Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. Thea is definitely a tomboy.
Yeah, like she's a
Yeah,
tomboy, period. So she doesn't know how to
yeah.
interact as a girl. It's great.
No, it's the best. Izzy and Kiana picked up the win in this match.
As they should have.
Yeah, like I said, Kiana James, she's growing on me. She's continuing to grow on me.
I think all these new batch of women are starting to grow on me now because I wasn't sure at first because
Hmm.
that crop of women was gone for a grip and they were slowly
Yeah,
building up these new girls and now uh,
yeah,
like, they're just getting better and better. It's great.
yeah. They are. Yeah, they are. And then our main event of the evening, Mr. Sean Spears took on Ridge Holland, and Sean Spears got the victory,
Nice.
which that kind of sounds crazy to say in 2024. Look, it's Tony Khan's fault.
It
Look,
When
really
is
dude,
the
he actually
last
was
time
he
Sean
was my
Spears
wrestler of the
got the
week.
victory was a statement that we could make
It's been
on
a
a
while.
current match.
I
Look,
feel like
it's
this
been
is
a
an
while. Look, he was my wrestler of the week 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Like when he came back, when was the last time he was even thought of being in that conversation?
facts. So good for Sean. I'm happy.
I am happy for him too. Dude. I really am.
Oh gosh. And while this wasn't a match, it's a segment that's worth mentioning, even though I don't want to mention it. But Trick Williams was there.
Nuh-uh. No, you can hear her in the back.
I heard that.
Yeah, was out. His first words since his friend Mello turned on him, basically telling Mello he's got something for that ass. when the time comes. And he was interrupted by Metaphor, which is my favorite faction in NXT.
Love me some
Noam Dar, Ora Menza, Lash Legend, and Jakara Jackson. They came out, talked some crap, got in the ring. They tried to set Trick up for a beatdown. Didn't work. And Trick Williams got in a nice, passionate kiss with Lash Legend. And the NXT. Are you fucking kidding me?
I don't even know if I want to know. All right, keep on.
I'm sorry. My wife is playing Trick Williams' theme song through the loudspeaker. She's standing on a stool and she's twerking
That's a power
while
move.
yelling, "Whoop that trick!"
That's a power move.
That is. Oh,
So that
shit.
concludes NXT.
Your reaction to that was priceless.
That was great. Oh, shit.
I did not expect that. That was a complete surprise.
That's beautiful.
So NXT was a great show.
Oh, shit.
Laura, I think it's your turn.
No, it's mine. I gotta go and jump into Dynamite, Big Business, Impact,
Man.
and then we will get into SmackDown. So we're gonna get into Big Business right quick. The only thing I watched on this whole entire show, I'm just not gonna lie to you, that's what I watched. And we had the debut of the CEO herself, Mercedes Moné, in her hometown, Boston. Crowd loving it. And she got a good promo. Y'all probably already saw what I said earlier, and I still stand by what I said earlier. However, with that being said, it could have been better. This is what it is. But she did her thing. Then we get Samoa Joe versus Wardlow. Actually, I did watch some of this. Actually, I kind of liked it. Actually, Joe beats Wardlow. Chokes his ass out. So Joe retains. Yay. I can actually give that one like 2.5 axe handles. That wasn't actually that bad. Then we had this bullshit. I'm gonna call them the Suit Elite versus Kingston, Penta, and Pac. Pac. That's what he wants to be called. Okay, yeah. Returning Pac. It. Y'all know who won, right? Who won? Can anybody guess who won?
Tell us.
No, you can't go. I want to hear a guess.
Come on, boss man.
Tell us.
It's the Suit Elite.
The suit elite.
Yep. Then we got Darby Allin versus Jay White. This is where Darby got injured. Heard it was a good match, but White actually defeated Darby.
Do we know how
we got
his foot broke? Do we know what spot it was?
Hold on. No, I guess not, and I don't feel like looking into it, and I wish I cared.
Okay, no, I was just curious.
Nah, I guess I gotta look at it and find out for sure. So then we get Hook and Photoshopped Jericho versus the Gates of Agony. And of course, Hook and Jericho won.
Of course.
Poor Gates of Agony.
It's Jericho.
Then we got Willow Nightingale versus Riho. Willow won, so thank goodness.
Well,
God,
that's good.
I heard that Mercedes came out, did her thing to help make sure that Willow didn't get attacked by Heart and Blue, and yeah, we get a yay going off there.
Yay!
So that's Dynamite.
Yeah.
I guess
They also didn't do a good rating for that night. Did you read that?
I heard they started off really strong and
Yeah, they
dropped
started off really
tremendously.
strong, and then everyone dipped.
He was outside a lot.
Yeah.
So
I think the total viewer was like
all right, so it looks like
798,000.
She's so hot, my daddy. Mommy's gonna clean my eye.
So, it looks like I'm going to go into TNA Impact now from what was it 3:14? Sound about right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. It started off with a really good promo from Josh Alexander after his loss to Alex Hammerstone, I believe is who he faced. Right? Does that sound right? Did I say that
Sounds
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alexander Hammerstone.
Mm-hmm.
And like you basically, he needs to get back on track. We had an X Division championship match. Mustafa Ali, champion, versus Chris Sabian, rematch. And it looks like Ali was able to retain, which the match was probably great, and I need to go back and watch it. I mean, on paper, this sounds amazing anyway. Frankie Kazarian beat Ace Austin, and
I've seen clips of
looks
that.
like a lot
That
of
was
weird
pretty-
shit happened, but interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see. AJ Francis defeated Joe Hendry. I'm actually low key enjoying that little feud that they're having. I don't know why.
It is pretty
It's
cool.
crazy. Jody Threat and Danny Luna defeated, what is that? Bia Moss
Okay.
and Vanna Black. I think that's okay.
Sure, we'll give it to you, boss man. Sure.
Yeah, what do you say, boss man?
All right. Nick Nemeth and Speedball Mountain defeated Steve Macklin and the Rascals.
Okay.
And I believe that was the main event. So that looks like that actually looks like it was fun too. So I'd say go back and watch. If you have to choose between Dynamite and Impact, you know what I say, Impact all the way. All right, so let's get
Oh, of course.
into the SmackDown review. Hey, where'd you go at? There you go. It's your turn,
I
sir.
dropped my life. Terribly sorry, boss man. Don't fire me. So SmackDown, we were blessed with a rock concert. When was the last time we actually had a rock concert? Like,
The last one
been a
I
while.
remember, I don't remember what year it was. Might have been 2012
yeah,
when he was singing that song about Vicky, and he was like, "No, bitch, you look horrible tonight."
yes. So we get a not as heavily censored promo from The Rock after the Rock concert as last week's was, but it was still censored a lot. Pretty much The Rock talking about WrestleMania and the tag match and how he's going to make Cody his friends, family, and I'm pretty sure he threw his dog in there at one point. Pay for Cody slapping the dog shit out of him.
Yeah.
Also brings up Cody crying on Monday Night Raw, saying that, I respected you slapping me. You finally growing a pair of balls. And then how do you respond? You go on Monday Night Raw and you cry like a little bitch. This was
I love
this
Heel
was
Rock.
this was heel rock on just a whole nother level. This was awesome. The crowd was completely behind him for it. It was just awesome to see. Of course, Rock out there by himself, no bloodline with him. That's also good to see in my mind. Going from there, you get your first match of the night. We get a tag match between Umberto and Angel from Legado del Fantasma versus LWO. This is, of course, a WrestleMania 40 tag team match qualifier. This was a solid match through and through. Of course, I love tag team wrestling, so Umberto and Angel getting the win, so they're advancing in the qualification match. After there, we get a interview with Caleb Braxton on the stage with LA Knight. LA Knight pretty much telling AJ, you know, I've been looking for you, but you're ducking me like a little bitch. Of course, LA Knight throws out the challenge for him versus AJ at WrestleMania. We knew this was going to happen. It was just a matter of time till they announced it, I feel. Of course, LA Knight calls out AJ. AJ doesn't answer. Later, he attacks him from behind with a chair towards the end of that interview, pretty much saying, fuck you, I accept. Once again, this was cool to see, but we also knew this was going to happen. It was just a matter of time.
Yeah.
There we see good old Logan Paul backstage bitching to Nick Aldis that Randy Orton needs to apologize. Nick has clearly not one to join the Logan Paul hype train. I support him for that because hell no. I see you laughing down there. Nick pretty much telling Logan Paul, you know what? If you want an apology, I'm not going to make it happen. Why don't you go ask Randy face to face? Of course, that leads us into, yeah, exactly. That leads us into Grayson Waller versus Randy Orton. Of course, Grayson Waller coming out with Austin Theory. Randy Orton coming out. This was just it was cool. Grayson Waller got his little bit of offense in, but you just knew that you were throwing him to the wolves when you made this match. Of course, halfway through the match, out comes Logan Paul and sits ringside for commentary. Of course, obviously, it goes without saying, Randy Orton getting the W there. Of course, Austin Theory jumping him afterwards. Logan Paul sliding in the ring, looking like he's getting ready to give him a nasty right hook. And out comes KO to save Randy Orton. Of course, Randy Orton didn't see him, backed into him, and KO almost ate a RKO. Of course, Randy Orton turning KO around just in the nick of time to get him to realize Austin Theory is about to jump him for one of the most delayed stunner RKO reactions I have ever seen in my entire life. Without Logan Paul being in this segment, I would have gave it a decent reaction, and I still do. But that delay from when he popped up for that RKO was just so delayed.
I heard, yeah.
Of course, out comes Nick Aldis to ask how after Logan Paul gets fucking out of Dodge before shit happens. Nick Aldis comes out to ask how his quest to get that apology went, and tells Logan Paul, well, I have your opponent for WrestleMania. You are going to go technically not one-on-one. It's a triple threat match with KO and Randy Orton versus Logan Paul for the United States Championship. I am okay with this, but at the same time, I kind of feel some type of way about this. I'm not really sure how I feel about it.
I think because we all wanted LA Knight versus
It
Logan
was
Paul.
Yeah.
it's an interesting decision.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Um, Or
think
not even that. I thought we were going to get Logan Paul versus Randy 1-on-1.
That's what I thought too.
I think
That's
so.
it. That's what
That's
I
what I
thought.
thought.
So
Like,
heading into Mania season, I wanted to see LA Knight and Paul, but once it
Yeah.
became clear that he was going to be paired off with AJ, I
I'm
was
still
like, okay. And then
them.
I thought Kevin and Logan were done and they were moving on to Logan and Randy, which
That's
I was
what I
like,
thought.
okay. So the triple threat kind of caught me by surprise. I'm not mad at it. It's going to be
I'm
great.
I'm not mad at it, but like I said, I feel some type of way about it. I'm so
Yeah.
tired of LA Knight getting hyped up and getting pushed, and then it just you're back to the mid card. Like,
He's in there with AJ, dude. That's
I'm
a
not
good
taking
match to have.
away from AJ whatsoever, but you were just
I
in
get
what?
what, yeah, I get what Corey's saying. It
You were
No, I
seemed
feel
like
you.
for the
we
Universal.
should be, we need to put a title on LA.
It's about time, and I feel
I,
like they're missing it.
I see. The thing is, though, okay, if I'm gonna be honest, right? Yeah, I wanted to see Logan Paul versus LA Knight, but I feel like that could possibly be a disaster on several different fronts, right?
I don't disagree.
However, you got him in there with Randy Orton and Kevin. He's protected a little bit better and can be made look a lot better and loss or victory.
I feel like that match is just going to be Logan Paul getting taken out, and then we get a makeshift one-on-one of KO and Randy Orton until the
I
finish.
also
and
think
then Logan sneaks in and gets a victory
I don't
some
know
kind
if
of
Logan
way.
in and gets the victory, but I feel like he's involved in the finish without
Okay.
a.
now I feel like a bigger win would be for LA Knight is to beat Randy Orton and KO for the United States title.
I don't disagree with that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, regardless, it LA Knight's first WrestleMania match being against AJ Styles. It's not a That's not a bad first spot on WrestleMania.
That's really not. That's
So
really not
so
at
even
all.
though it's not the preferred direction that we have
But
for LA, I can't sit here and say it's a bad one. It's
I
just
will
not
say,
the one I prefer.
I will say it just like this: it is an interesting decision, and at least he's on the card.
There you go.
There you go, because he wasn't on the card last year.
No, he wasn't.
So
Exactly.
we're still moving in an upward trajectory.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Moving on from that, we get a backstage segment of Jimmy Uso accepting Jay Uso's WrestleMania challenge in I'm not gonna lie, it was a very aggressive and I'm gonna beat your ass at Mania acceptance, and I'm not mad at it at all. I kind of like seeing the aggressive side of Jimmy Uso.
He better be. He went from
Yeah.
being the best Uso to the second best Uso real quick.
Legitimately.
Like
Yeah, he
I always
did.
thought Jimmy was like the best between the two, and then Jay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't disagree
No,
with that.
you're not wrong.
So he better go on rah rah.
He definitely did. It was a very good like I said, it was a very good way to accept it, showing the aggression, basically telling Jay, I raised you and now I'm gonna beat your ass like I'm your daddy. Uh I kind of want to see Rikishi get involved in this.
That would be nice.
It would
I don't
be.
know if it's a SmackDown or Raw segment, or if it's a moment at Mania. I kind of want to see Daddy Rikishi get involved in this.
It
And
would be cool.
get super kicked by Jimmy because he tried to save Jay.
Yeah.
Ha, 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 ha.
Oh come
Uh,
on, you telling me that wouldn't be fucking off the hook?
It would be.
Because he decided to side with Jay because he's standing up for himself.
I mean,
because Jay really has been always the favorite because he's technically the baby between the two.
Yeah. Moving on from there, we get a very, very generic we run this show from Damage Control. This was just, I could have done without this. It was very generic. We're putting the roster on notice, making an example out of Bailey. We run this show, blah blah blah.
Okay.
This leads us into a match that I thought was just it was interesting. We get Santos Escobar versus Dragon Lee. Of course, Santos Escobar picking up the win.
I love Dragon Lee so much.
Carlito comes out to save Dragon Lee. Escobar and Angel and Humberto jump Carlito. Out comes Rey Mysterio. I know we were promised Rey Mysterio for this episode of SmackDown. I really would have rather him cut the promo that he cut challenging Escobar to a match next week. I really would have rather him either done that backstage or just done that in the ring. I don't know. It was kind of a disappointment having you run in and then make your challenge, and you didn't even do anything when you ran in. Like, you ran in last moment. If anything, let Carlito stay in the back and then you just come out. Like, it felt like a wasted moment to me.
I can see that.
Moving on from there, we get New Catch Republic versus Pretty Deadly. Like I said earlier, I'm a tag team wrestling fan, so this was just awesome to see.
I love both teams.
Of course, was a WrestleMania. This, of course, was a WrestleMania qualifying match. New Catch Republic going over. This was just, I feel like since Pretty Deadly got called up, they have just been punching bags for everybody. And
they've been good punching bags.
On them.
It looks great on them.
And that's it. They look good at getting their asses kicked.
Yes, they do.
And I'm not mad at it. So, of course, New Catch Republic going over. I love New Catch Republic. I think it's awesome to see them two together. Moving on from that takes us into our main event of the evening, which was Bailey and Dakota Kai. The moment that bell rang, Bailey got in that ass. Just mauled the shit out of Dakota Kai. Of course, of course.
Right.
Which, of course, Damage Control was at ringside, so Bailey playing against the numbers odds.
Right.
But Bailey was outside of the ring. She didn't give a shit about the numbers game. She just, the moment that bell rang, she whooped that trick.
I love it.
Of course, the numbers game eventually take over, and Bailey got stomped out. It was cool seeing Naomi come out to try and save Bailey, but literally, if you blinked, you missed Naomi being out there, because the moment she got out there, they stomped her and threw her right back out. Like,
and again, as they should.
Exactly.
That's
it's
true.
Like one person. They just did one person in four.
Going back to what we were talking about last week, Naomi needs to mind her own business. Like, you've been gone for a while. You might want to sit this one out.
You might want to sit back and look at the surroundings right quick and pick the battles correctly, because these are the ones you should not be picking.
I don't know if you got SmackDown or not, because y'all were busy being the boss man and all that.
No, I didn't get a chance to check it out.
No, but your review was very, very
vivid.
Very telling.
Asuka is definitely favoring her one leg. Like, that was very obvious with her hopping on one leg across the ring. Like,
Okay.
but SmackDown ended, of course, with, you know, Damage Control standing over a beat down Bailey. It was cool to see. You knew it was going to happen, of course, when the numbers are against you. Honestly, overall, I give it a solid 3 axe handles.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, there you go, people. And there's SmackDown. So I guess I should do Collision. I feel like Collision probably should have ended after match 1. I ain't gonna lie to you. And match 1 was Shibata versus Danielson. That's what they started with and should have ended with. I feel like
Oh
it was
wow.
over.
Okay, so
The show was done
if they
after that.
started with that, what else happened? Because you're right, that would have been the only reason I would have watched.
House rules for the TBS Championship: Julia Hart versus Trisha Dora. Okay, that looks like that was good. That would have been
Okay,
good.
that was probably good.
And Julia Hart retained. Daniel Garcia versus Lee Moriarty with Shane Taylor. Garcia wins. Pac versus Aaron Solo. Aaron Solo?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his.
Found it
Why
out.
that? No. I know that's his
Pac
name.
won.
Why'd that give you so much trouble?
It looks like Lance Archer. Aaron Solo? Say it right?
Yeah,
Why
he
is that
did.
giving you so much trouble?
I fucked that up at first. Claudia. I don't know, because it looked weird. It was one of those where it was like, it's spelled exactly the way it's said, but it's like, is that really how you pronounce it? It was one of those for me, okay? Because some people write it a certain way. It's like, no, it's not pronounced that way. I do need to get some sleep, dude. I gotta work in the morning. I do. Lance Archer versus Claudio. Claudio won. Kyle O'Reilly versus Brian Keith. O'Reilly won. And the tag team championship tournament wild card, House of Black versus the Infantry. The Infantry won. And that was the main event.
Okay.
That was Collision? Oh, and Danielson won his match against Shibata.
And good for him.
I feel like those matches should have been reversed.
Yeah, kind of.
I feel like the show was probably done after the TBS championship. There's no need to watch it after that. I mean, then maybe I don't. Y'all know I don't watch that, so don't even get mad. And I see your comment, Chaz. Collision was fire. You didn't even watch it. Stop lying.
He could have watched it. I'm sure he did.
How are you going to put him out there that you don't know what he was doing?
Yeah, I'm
was
sure
wrestling.
He watched it.
You don't know.
No, he was home. He could have been home in time to see it. So what? Collision comes on at 8.
I doubt it because he.
I think the show. The show was early afternoon.
Yeah, but he went to sleep afterwards. Don't stop trying to give him props.
He could have watched it this morning. He never said he watched it live.
All right, I'm not going to put him out there. Oh, so he's watching it now. No, he said he's watching it now. See, I was right. He didn't watch it.
Okay, well, look, but he's currently watching it.
So he doesn't know if it's all fire ass. You know what? We gotta go. You know what? Guys, thanks again. I appreciate you guys listening to us. I know it was a long one. I know I've been busy. It's just been a crazy week in wrestling for me. Again, yeah, I flew out to Boston for a nice show to represent the Infinite Plus Network, to crown the first ever Infinite Plus champion, who actually is Red Dog, which Chad is probably going to get mad.
Good job, Red Dog. Yes.
Very good job, Red Dog.
Yes.
And he said
that
the tag
show in
match was fire.
Boston was an interesting decision.
What
Yeah.
an interesting.
And yeah, I'm
decision.
not okay. So I know normally, I know our normal shows, I put up comments. I don't want to put up comments because this is not a fucking like debate show or anything like that. I don't give a fuck about most of your comments. Let's just put it like that. But y'all can leave them down in there and say what you want.
Spoken like
So,
a true boss.
It is what it is. But I appreciate you
Absolutely.
guys watching. Yeah, no, I hate you. And again, like, subscribe, X is 3count_pod. Everything else, what is it? Facebook, Instagram,
Twitter.
whatever else. I don't know. I'm too old for this bullshit. But that's 3count pod. Buy our merch. I think it's on For Your Wear and other places. And do not follow me on social media because I will count that as stalking and I will come after you. So I want you
Please
to enjoy
follow
your
him.
night.
He can get
and
you a
thanks for
job.
watching.
Comment.
Please.
Peace. Don't listen to these fools. They're gonna get y'all fucked. They really are. Don't listen to them. Don't
Do it.
end. Why isn't this not ending? I don't think it wants to end, guys. I think we're gonna do an all. Oh,
Woo!
hold on. It's wow. We are getting a lot. Why is it not? I think we're gonna be stuck here, guys.
Look, you
Why
broke.
don't you give some final thoughts?
Yeah, come on. What are your final thoughts? Final thoughts from the final boss.
All that to this.
This is
Welcome to the Villains Lounge.